Hello, I hope you're having a good day. I kind of got a board here in the way. But today I'm working on this young horse I've got here. I'll see if I can get him up here in the camera. He really doesn't like it when I'm holding the camera. But we're working on loading into a trailer. I'll just show him to you. So this is the young guy I'm working on. I got him from Marquis Quarter Horses. I've done lots of groundwork on him. And just working on getting him loaded in the trailer. I'm actually sending him back to him. Their son's going to put a few rides on him for me to get him started. But some things I think that's real important, groundwork that you need to work on. Well, the first one is flexing. You can see he flexes around here really good. That way, both ways he flexes really good. Let me bring him up here. There you go. And he flexes around this way real good. Brings his head around just real nice. Doesn't take our leading pressure at all. That's real nice how he does that. One of the reasons I think that's so important, acting a little scotchy today. One of the reasons that's so important is when you're doing all this other groundwork and sacking them out, and they're going to bolt from you. If you've got them that soft, you can just stand there and check them around and get them to face back up to you, and you're not going to burn your hands or get in some tug of war with them. But then the other thing I think is real important, I'm going to change my camera view if I can, is getting them to lead by. We'll kind of come back here a little ways. Getting them to lead by is real important for loading in a trailer. So I hope you can see us here. But it's going to get them to lead by this way. It shouldn't take very much pressure at all. Get them to go like that. And I want them to walk all the way past me when they do that. And he's doing pretty good with it. That's pretty dang good. And one of the reasons that's real important, of course, is for loading a trailer. But another one is if you're going through a gate and there's other horses following your horse, and you kind of need to stand there in the hole and keep the other ones from going out, you can stand in the gate, lead your horse by, get him to go by. Then you're here to block the other horses and shut the gate or cows or whatever. But then, you know, this is the same thing you do when you're loading a horse into a trailer. I'm standing, the trailer door is right here, so I want him to go in there. So I'm going to stand there by the trailer door and have him lead right into the trailer. He needs to go by. There we go. So that's what we're working on with getting in this trailer. And I work on in baby steps. I'll see how far I can get him just leading up to it. And then we'll work on getting closer and closer. So I'll lead him up to it and get him, you know, stand there wanting him to lead by. And of course, he's probably only going to take a step or two. But every time he does, I stop, pet and rub on him, and then we keep going. So let's see how we go, how it goes for us here. Alright, so we can get him up here relatively close. He's been in the trailer before. He was real young and he was herded into it more. He wasn't let in and loaded to it, but see, he's going to come up here pretty good. And every time he does steps, you know, little baby steps like that, that's good. I don't want to get in a tug of war with him as long as he's trying. And it'll get to where he'll take a few steps and he'll be looking for you to pet and rub on him and not worried so much about the trailer. I've already climbed in here and kind of made some noise so he knows what it kind of sounds like. But you just want to kind of have a goal for, you know, the goal of course is to get him in the trailer today. But you got to kind of see where they're at, and your goal might be, I just want him to set a foot in there, or I want him to at least stick his head in or something. But he's doing so good right now. We'll just see how close we can get him here. And you don't ever want to, you know, I got him that close, and here in a second I'm probably going to have to apply more pressure, and I don't want to quit with that pressure until he takes a step, or they'll learn if I just stand here long enough, you know, he'll give up first. So he's about as, I think I can get one more step out of him, and then I'm going to walk back here and pet and rub on him and give him a break from it for a second. So we'll see. You know, he took a step back, that's fine. I'm not having to do a whole lot of pressure yet. Just give me one more step, buddy, and we'll call it good. So now I've got quite a bit of pressure here. I might just kind of step to the side of him. That was kind of where he was already at, so I want him to go one more step than that. Come on, buddy. And he's going to throw a little fit, but I'm not going to quit with the pressure. We're going to keep working at it. There's this black mat here on the ground that he's kind of worried about, but this trailer's not a black mat. I'm not going to quit with the pressure. There we go. If I can get him up just a little bit closer. Not gonna quit. Come on, buddy. He'll give in here in a second. There we go. There, that's closer than he was before. So we're gonna stop there. And I'll go back here and pet and rub on him for a second. He even just got closer just then, so. And if you have to, you can go back here and practice some more leading him by, but I'll give him a few more tries and then we'll see where we're at. So here, a minute ago, we got pretty close up here and he kind of pulled back and fell back there. So I took him back there and I got him to lead by 3 or 4 times, kind of like at a trot, and he doesn't get a break when he does that. So then I bring him back up here, and if he does everything good and, you know, gets clear up here and touches it, that's when he gets his break. And when he does everything good there, then I take him back there and he gets a break. But if he's going to fall back like that, then he's going to get kind of worked a little bit. But I'll show you where we're at now. It's been probably 5 minutes since the last video, so we'll see. I'll show you how he's doing now. I wouldn't necessarily call it an attitude adjustment. It's just he, you know, this is kind of a big scary thing, but he doesn't need to be pulling back like that. But you can see we're getting up here pretty good. He'll get to where he touches the trailer right here. You know, that's pretty good. Have him do one more step there. Now that's when he's going to get a break, and I'll pet and rub on him. And I'll try one more time here and see if he'll lift his foot up in there or you know, touch it again. And then he'll get another break. But if he pulls back and wants to fall back that way, we'll do some leading by kind of lunge deals. But I think it's real important to kind of pet them and let them know when they've done the right thing. So I'm going to try one more little step here. We'll see what he does. There, he's touched it. He's really leaning in there. And I'll just see if he'll do one little bit more something here. A little try. See, now he's falling back like that, so we're going to go back, and that wasn't too bad. So I'm not going to make him do a bunch of stuff back there, but we're going to try this again, and I'll see if I can get him to touch it again before he gets a break here. If he just, there, he bonked it with his leg, so we'll say that's good. And pet and rub on him. Let him relax here. This is a spot where he gets to take it easy and relax. You know, and then if I do get him all the way in the trailer, it'll be a nice spot to sit and take it easy and quit dealing with me, I guess. So I'm going to take him back here, shut the camera off, do a couple more go arounds of that. So that last time he went and he put both front feet in, and I was going to be happy with that, and I just kind of stood back to the side of the door here, and he decided to climb all the way in. So I'm just letting him kind of hang out in there and relax. He's just been taking it easy there for a minute. If he wants to come on out, I'll let him. But if not, here, when I'm done jabbering about this, I'll lead him out, and we'll see if he'll do it again on camera here. And I'll just let him hang out in there and relax, but we'll see, you know, to see if he'll kind of lead by here and be good with hopping out. We're going to take it nice and easy here. Sometimes jumping out can be kind of spooky too. Let him see the ground. Let him sniff and see how far down there it is. See, he's going to be kind of goofy about getting out of there maybe. But I'm going to make sure and give him plenty of room here. That's why I got such a long lead rope. And he knows I'm wanting him to come this way. So I'm not going to pull on him too hard. You know, I'm just going to say, let's go, buddy. And he knows. So here he goes. Oh, yeah, it's right down there. Good job, buddy. There we go. And that's a reason why you have him flexing good, because that door swinging shit kind of spooked him, and he kind of wanted to bolt, but as soon as he felt pressure on the end of the lead rope, he came back. So I'm gonna pet and rub on him here real quick off camera. He's pooping, so I'll let him poop so I don't have to scoop out that trailer, and we'll see how he does now that it's on camera and counts. So we'll get him up here. He's doing pretty good. Now, that's pretty good. I'm going to stop still and give him some breaks here because this is kind of spooky. You know, young horses are allowed to be scared of things and you know, not get stuff right away. They're allowed to make lots of mistakes and take a while to do things. You know, that's why you got to go slow and easy with them to make a nice horse. And this horse is a really sensitive horse. He's got a really big bubble, And horses like that can become amazing horses, or it's real easy to ruin them. So it's best to take it slow and easy with a horse like that. So he's already, I'm not even giving him pressure yet, but he knows what I want him to do. And he's kind of, well, I got to get my feet up there. There he goes. And once he got the first foot last time and the second foot like that, I'm going to just pet and rub on him here. And then if he wants to go all the way in, he sure can. We'll see what he decides to do here. It's kind of his only option. But I don't want to climb in there with him quite yet. You know, a young horse can get kind of panicked when it comes to turning around, and they'll squish you and smear you alongside a trailer there. So I'm not going to do that. And I don't want to get too far up in here between his butt end and this part of the trailer, but I'm just going to tell him, keep on going, buddy. And we'll see what he does here. Come on, buddy. You can go. Gonna give him a little tap on the butt here. Come on. There you go. You go. Oh. Now that's, I'm not gonna get after him for that. It's pretty good. But we're gonna try it again here, see if he'll go all the way in. Sometimes it helps if he has the momentum. You got it. You got it. If he stepped in there a little further, there we go. Yep, there we go. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. There. Now he gets to have a break in there. That's a spot he gets to take it easy on. And I might even close him in here, and then we'll leave him in here for 10 minutes or so, just so he gets to seeing that it's not a bad place. But I'll probably load him at least 2 more times before I do that. But yeah, I wasn't really expecting him to load up that quick. Sometimes you start out with them and you think, man, I'm not even going to get this horse within a foot of the trailer, and then they'll do that on you. But you just got to go slow and easy and reward them when they do good, and not get on them too hard or whoop on them or anything when they don't do what you want to do. But, you know, there you go. All right, we've been sitting here a couple minutes. Let's see how his second time unloading goes. Come on, buddy. Let's go. Yep. Come on. Yep. Let's go. There you go. You're about 1,000 miles up in the air right now. Don't bonk your head. Come on. There you go. You don't want to just keep on pulling on them when you unload this first time too, because they got to be able to look down and move around a little. He knows I'm wanting him to come this way, so I don't really have to do more than just say, come on, buddy. He's giving pretty good. He's wanting to. Don't back up in there. That's not a bad thing that he wants to back up in there. It's nicer out in there than it is out here right now, I guess, for him. Come on, buddy. Sometimes it helps to turn your back to them, because they're used to following you when you're leading. You got all 4 feet kind of right there. You go, buddy. There you go. That's good. I like it when I own a horse that kind of unloads nice and easy, not a big unloader and comes bailing out of there. That was real good. I'm going to pet and rub on him again, but I'm just going to do it right here on camera. He's doing pretty dang good. And we'll see if he'll load up one more time, and then I'll just probably shut the doors on him and let him stand in there for 5-10 minutes and see that it's not a bad place to be. So we'll see how he does here. He's already kind of wanting to go back in there, aren't you? Is that what you're doing? Yeah, you're doing good. And I'll still stop and pet and rub on him here. You've already been in there a couple times, and I think you kind of liked it. So just take another step. Another step. Nope. I'm not going to get after him for that one bit. There we go. Once he gets one time closer here. See, since he's nice and soft, he's not able to pull on me real hard or doesn't want to. You just get a little, whoa. Guess we're going to load like that now. But I'm going to step in here. He turned around and is facing me. So I'll get in there and pet and rub on him and get this lead rope out of the way. And then I'll shut him in there just so he gets a little bit more used to it and can hang out in there for about 5 minutes, and then we'll call it a day. So. I put that lead rope up around his neck and stuff in a way that it won't hopefully step on it and get kind of tangled up and stuff. But we'll see how he reacts to this. here we go. That went a lot smoother and faster than I thought it did, but you know, taking the time with a sensitive horse like that and going nice and easy and kind of baby steps works pretty good. Because like I said, a sensitive horse like that, you can ruin them real easy, but they can also turn into the nicest horses you've ever had. And the way he just jumped in there that last time kind of surprised me, but it's pretty good, I think. I'd like him just to kind of walk in there nice and easy, but we'll work on that. Just getting him in now was the main goal, so there we go. He was in there for 6 or 8 minutes, and I've already loaded him again. He stepped all over my lead rope, and now it's stinky. But it was a little bit warm in there, so he kind of sweated up a little bit. So I decided to load him one more time, and then I'm going to unload him here and load him up and unload him and see if it all goes smooth, and then we'll be done. I think he's got her pretty well figured out. We'll see how he see if he unloads a little bit tiny easier or slower and a little more calm. Come bailing out of there again. Come on, buddy. I'm barely having to put any pressure on. I'm going to turn my back so it kind of knows. Well, I haven't tried to kind of lead him by yet to get him to come out. I've just kind of let him out. But we'll try leading by and see how that works with him. That worked pretty good. That's really nice. I like him unloading like that. Maybe that's what I should have done the first couple times. I'm going to pit and rub on him here. I'm going to get him a little bit closer here. I'm going to pit and rub on him one more time. I'm going to keep doing it every time here, just so he knows he's doing good. And this will be his last time loading. That's pretty dang good. You know, it is kind of a big jump in here, and he'll probably get better at that, not cram in there so fast with more experience and whatnot. But he did pretty dang good, and I'm going to unload him here and see how that goes, and then he can be done for the day. But yeah, I wasn't expecting that today out of him. Not that he's a bad horse or nothing, but that's pretty dang good right there. So, come here, buddy. So I'll go ahead and call it right there. You know, pretty dang easy. So now if I have to, I can load him up at home somewhere, and whenever they're ready for him, it'll be easy to load him up and send him to them, and then hopefully I can be riding him here soon. Lad, I wanna show you. I decided to load him one more time and unload him, and I kind of want to show you how well he's doing now. He kind of looks like a pro. So here we go. We'll see how good he does it here. We've got him on pretty long, loose lead rope here. Lead him right on up to here, and that's pretty dang good. That's loading better than some of my old pros do. And I think he's standing here licking his lips. Nothing too bad about it for him. Lead him up here. Get out of the way. That's the fastest he's unloaded in the last couple times, but I'm just going to kind of show off here a little one more time. Oh. Guess we're going to go up between these trailers here first. But he's got her pretty well figured out. Yeah, now he's spooked because of this door. Come on by that. Alright. Last time, see how he does. I mean, I'm putting basically 1% effort into that. I just am standing here now, and I just kind of pulled his head into the trailer door, and he jumped in on his own, so I think he's trailer broke. And let's see if he'll unload a little bit easier. Just nice and easy. That's okay. But he's doing really stinking good. He's pretty much got her figured out. That's kind of how this guy works. Once he's got it figured out, he's got it figured out. Nothing to it now. So I'll quit showing off and showing him off and let him have the rest of the day off. There we have it. Turned out pretty dang good.